Hey guys, my name is Christian Batuli. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope each one of you guys is doing amazing. It's always a pleasure being here, talking and sharing some ideas with you. Happy 2026. May everything works out in your favor. And look, I have to admit, am I the only one who feels like 2025 went by incredibly fast? Am I tripping? Because I feel like it went by so fast. Like, it felt like it was 6 months. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm getting old. They do say, years goes by fast when you are getting old. So that might be it. But anyway, my name is Christian Batuli. If it happens to be the first time you're coming across this channel, welcome to the family. I'm excited to have you here. And if you're a return subscriber, just welcome back, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, so today I want to talk about the importance of getting your money right, the importance of getting your financial situations right. Now, the reason I want to talk about this topic is because I feel like having your money right gives you the foundation. Now, I've made several videos here on this YouTube channel, and I'm sure if you go back to some of my videos that I've made, way back in the day, not too long ago, but there was a video where I was talking about how it's so important to define what wealth and prosperity means to you. Right? I talked about how some people value time. That's what wealth and prosperity means to them. I also talk about how some people, value health because they can't seem to get better. And for them, the only thing that matters to them is getting better. So to them, that's what wealth and prosperity means to them. You have other people that want to travel the world, experience new culture, try different food, learn a new language. You also have some people that just want to impress other people by buying material things, lavish things, trying to impress people who don't care, trying to win women who don't even love them in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, basically, I'm summarizing that video. If you get the time, please go check it out. I talked about a lot more, but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to kind of summarize it. But the reason why I'm summarizing that previous video is that in order for you to accomplish all those things, you need money. Money gives you the foundation. I value time. That's one of the reasons why I work so hard every single day trying to figure out a way, planning and strategizing how to figure out a way to make money because I value time. And I know time is something that you can't get back. So for me, wealth and prosperity means that I want to be able to wake up in the morning, do whatever I want to do without having to set up an alarm clock, having to clock in somewhere because somebody told me to. I like to be able to do whatever I want with my kids. Like, hey, what do you guys want to do? I want to be able to be at every event. And in order for me to do that, I need the foundation, which is money. And you're definitely not going to get that working 9 to 5. Right? So you either have to become a business owner or an entrepreneur. You could be a rich dummy, clocking in every day, but for me, it's something that I don't value because I know how valuable time is. Same thing with people who want to travel the world. You want to travel to different country. You want to try different food. All those things takes money. You can't walk there. You know what I mean? Like, you have to spend money. You want to buy expensive things to impress your friends, to have a girlfriend or to flex on your haters. You need money. If you're sick and what would mean the world to you is just you feeling normal again and, do the regular things that other people do, guess what? You need money. And yes, I know sometimes, money might not save you when it comes to health. But guess what it would do? It will give you the best fighting chance by allowing you to hire the best doctors in the land. So when it comes to money, do not sleep on that conversation. Look at all around you. If you look at, our political landscape. You know, if you look at just the way our markets, I live in the United States, the first world country. You know, you look how the GDP work, you look how, the stock markets, how business, how everything is run here in America or any first world country. It's about the money. Follow the money. That it's just not cool as you age for you to be broke. I'm approaching my mid-30s and I work with people who were supposed to be retired. Yes, some of them were like 2 or 3 years into their retirement, and then they quickly find out that the money was running out. So therefore they had to go back to work. Now, I'm not against saving money for the future because you might need it, but I don't want you to place your hope and your trust into that 401k. Because if you think you're going to live comfortably when you're retired, then you have another thing coming. And that's if you are lucky enough to make it to that age. And when you make it to that age, what? You have 10 years to live? Nah, man. When you're young, this is when you want to enjoy money. When you're old, you may not have the same energy. You may not have the same desire or drive to do things that young people really do, if you know what I'm saying. Get in now. And I'm not anti-job. I'm not anti, 401k. I think it's great. I have 2 jobs. Plus, I'm running a business on the side. Because I know while I'm trying to make something happen on the side, while I'm trying to, get my business up and running, I have to still be able to keep my head above water by paying my bills, by not getting evicted, by not getting my car repoed. I get that. That's a responsibility all of us have, especially if you're an adult and especially if you are a parent. But that should not give you an excuse for you not to try to start something. Because these companies, these jobs, they don't care about us. They really don't care about us. And if it wasn't for some of these laws, I already know minimum wage wise, we're not getting paid enough, but at least we're getting something. If it wasn't for those laws, I guarantee you these corporations would love for us to get paid nothing. So when you're out there working hard, trying to impress that supervisor or your general manager, great. Just remember, you're replaceable. There are a lot of people that, go unalive in the job while they're doing their job. And I guarantee you within a week or 2, somebody else comes in. We're just numbers. You know what I mean? You can work as hard as you want. That's fine. You got to keep your job. I get that. But why not put all that energy, all that grit behind something that you actually want to create, behind something that you can be proud of? That 401k is not going to be enough. I'm just being real with you. Yes, save for the future, save for the future for a rainy day, but figure out a way to make money. And the only way to get to that position is by becoming a business owner or by becoming an entrepreneur. Yes, you can be that rich dummy where you're still getting paid a lot. You're clocking in every day and somebody's telling you when you can take, your vacation and you're living comfortably, but you're not going to really thrive. And comfortably, that's a stretch because a lot of people, are rich poor, meaning, you see their house, you think they got it going on, you see their cars, but honestly, they're no better than you and I. They make more, but also their expenses are more. So basically, we're in the same position. So figure out a way to make money. And another thing that I want to add, while I'm talking about, the importance of getting your money right, is that a lot of people don't talk about the fact that a lot of people break up because of money. We often hear, oh, they got a divorce because he cheated. They got a divorce because she's not a good person. Or, they got a divorce because she cheated. Or they got a divorce because he's abusive. Although all those things are legit, but if you really look at the stats, money issues is definitely in the top 2 of why a lot of people break up. So if you want to save your relationship, this is one of the ways you can save it. I'm just being honest with you, because I know a guy who was married for 20 years. 20 years, being with his lady forever. And me and him one day were talking, and I'm not going to go crazy and, spill the beans here. It's his business. But basically, what he told me, the reason why they got a divorce is that when he was making money, because for a long time he was making good money, very good money, and his wife was comfortable, the kids were comfortable. He said when he's making money, there was peace in the house. When he was making good money, there was peace in the house. As soon as he lost his job, as soon as he was not able to bring the same type of income, he told me there was no longer peace in the house. And he was real about it. He told me, like, sometimes, our girlfriends or our husbands or, our partners don't really mean to say something to hurt our feelings or to disrespect us. But sometimes money can create just a bad vibe, a bad atmosphere, to the point where people will sometimes say something that will hurt the other person. That's what he told me. He told me there were times where his lady says some things that low-key disrespected him as a man. Maybe she was not aware of it. But when money is not right and bills have to get paid and everything is on the line, a lot of people can't handle their cool. And as a man, that's a bad situation to be in. You know what I mean? You will feel disrespected because nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. That's the one thing I would teach my son and daughter. And this message applies for both men and women. Get your money right. Get your money right. If you're a dad, the reason I'm just kind of talking about dads is because we're most likely to, lose a custody battle. But just imagine if your wallet was a little steep, if your money was a little long, it will give you a good fighting chance to at least win custody. Think about that. And when you're rich, sometimes people can't mess with you. I had to tell one of my buddies, like, bro, yes, you're big, you're strong, you can knock out anybody, but rich people don't fight physically, bro. Unless you got money to spend in court, that's how rich folks fight, in court with lawyers. This game is about money. So if you're a guy, get out your feelings, bro. I know you love your girl, and especially if you're young, and I made so many bad mistakes when I was young, like, I regret it. I spent a lot of time chasing things that didn't even matter when I should have focused on getting my money right. Like, you may think she loves you, or you may think he loves you. For guys, we lose ourselves, especially when we fall in love with a woman. We want to do things right. We want to lock in. We lose ourselves when we fall in love. And sometimes we neglect that other aspect, which is the money game. And then 10 years or 20 years later, the woman that you supposedly thought loves you and was going to be your forever, change your mind. You can't force her to be with you. So relationship is not just up to you. You can do the best that you can, and the other person can still choose the other route. So protect yourself. You can still shower, your partner or the people that you love with gifts. But at the end of the day, when it comes to your money, you got to make sure you are managing it as you should, that you are in control of it. You have your own bank account. You have your own ways to make money. That's why I'm so big on being entrepreneur and being a business owner, because look, I'd rather go and figure it out, because I believe you learn on the job and you're going to get better in whatever that you do, you know, than to clock in 9 to 5. Nah, I just can't do it. So get your money right. I'm teaching my son the importance of money. I always tell him money is not God, but it is king on this earth. I'm also teaching my daughter, yes, you may love that guy, but make sure he's not the only one who's controlling the purse in the house. Make sure you have something going on for you in case he decides to leave you. It's the money game, bro. And I'm an immigrant. I came in this beautiful, country. And I learned it quickly. The American system is the money game. It's capitalism at its finest. You can talk about, it's spiritual. It's not about the money. It's not physical. Nobody cares, bro. Money can be spiritual if you use it the right way. And we got to get this notion out of our minds that a lot of rich people are evil people. Nah, there are a lot of rich people out there that are doing amazing things, but we just don't hear about it. There are only few people that are so greedy. It's like they can't have enough. To them, it is sport. While everybody, in the bottom 50% are getting broke, sicker, weaker. The upper part, the top 1% are getting richer. But don't get that twisted. There are good, rich people out there that are giving back, that are, helping people out of a bad situation. So money, if you use it the right way, it can be used as a spiritual tool to liberate people. Think of Andrew Carnegie. He was so rich and he was also giving his money away, but he was also making it so much because by you giving it away, I'm not saying give it away for free. No, but I'm just saying by you investing it back to the people, back to the community, the world is only going to reward you more. So money is spiritual. And don't let nobody tell you other way. And I don't care, what the verse says in the scripture. And I'm not disrespecting, the scripture by any means. All right. Just to make that clear. I'm just saying that I believe that you can be rich and also make it to heaven. You know what I mean? You can be rich and still be a good person. You can be rich and still be caring and have a good heart. So at the end of the day, money is so important. But in order for you to get that, you got to understand one thing, though. You're going to have to make a sacrifice. Yes, you're going to have to sacrifice something. And no, I'm not talking about those real stuff. You know what I mean? Like, no. I'm not talking about, how you guys think it, Hollywood. No, I'm not talking about that. But you all have to make sacrifice, though. You're going to have to make sacrifice. You're going to have to make sacrifice with your time. Sometimes you may have to sacrifice your relationship, because sometimes the people who we are with are the ones that are holding us back. Low key, let's call it what it is. And if you're not aware of that, and if you don't have the guts and the strength to do something about that or to change that, you're going to regret it. I'm dead serious. So you may have to sacrifice that relationship. You may have to sacrifice that friendship, because some of our friends will hold us back, will put us into bad situations. That's not going to help us. Some of them are jealous of us. They'll do anything to sabotage our plans, our dreams. Guess what? You may have to sacrifice that. You may have to sacrifice partying, hanging out with your friends, so you can put in that work when no one is watching. No one is going to give it to you easy, man. You have to make your way. And the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the rewards. Just keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the conversation of money, do not sleep on it. Read the terms. Make sure you get what's rightfully yours and figure out a way to make more money. Your woman will talk to you differently. People will talk to you differently. And I don't care what people say. Oh, Christian, well, some of these women, they may not love you for who you are. Bro, we all trading something, bro. We're all trading something. There is a man out there right now who's doing everything by the book. Loyal, works hard, goes 9 to 5, great father, married for 10 plus years, doing everything right. But when he's at work, his wife getting cracked. And then you have another rich man out there who knows, hey, I got to this point. You know, these girls will give me attention because of what I have. Those girls also know, hey, I have a nice body. I have a nice smile. I can use that to get that money. It's like everybody's using everybody, bro. Everybody's using everybody. You know, and I'm not saying, nor am I recommending for you to go out there and make your money, you know, the wrong way or, you know, the illegal way. Nah, make it the right way. Create something that can last and make you self-sustain, you know, because you're replaceable at your job. They can let go of you at any time. Don't bet on your 401k. You know, be willing to walk away from relationships, whether it's your partner or your friends, anything that does not serve you good. And at the end of the day, nobody cares, man. Get the bread. All right, guys, that's it for today. Let me know what you think, man. If you have anything to add, comment on the comment section. I'll see you next time. Ciao.